till I can't no more.
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is a tag.
Hi everyone and welcome to Protocol 36. In today's Disney Investor Day, in the Marvel panel where Kevin Feige was talking about Doctor Strange, he pretty much gave us a little tease by saying that Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will not only connect to WandaVision, but will also connect to MCU Spider-Man 3, which even though it's just a small thing he said and it could mean multiple things, this is really huge, as for the past 2 days, there have been nothing but Spider-Verse talks, especially with the news that Alfred Molina will return as Doc Ock, and that Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Kristen Dunst and Emma Stone are reported to come back as both Peter Parkers, Mary Jane Watson and Gwen Stacy respectively. But before I talk about the Spider-Verse stuff, there could be quite a few things that we may have to consider what this means. First of all, it's been heavily theorized that the main villain, if not one of the villains, will be Mephisto in WandaVision. This makes sense as in the show we will have twin children show up, and in the comics the twins pretty much carried part of his soul, so it would make sense to have him there. And he was also theorized to be the main villain for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, pretty much not only causing chaos in the main MCU universe but also the entire multiverse altogether. So this could possibly mean that since Peter Parker's secret identity is out, and I think you guys know where I'm going with this, Mephisto will try and strike a deal with Peter Parker, trying to get his life back together, which obviously is taken from the One More Day storyline, where after Peter Parker's secret identity was revealed, Kingpin hired someone to assassinate Peter, but thanks to Peter's spider sense, the assassin hit Aunt May instead, which caused Peter to desperately trying to save her life, and by doing so, he pretty much sold his marriage to Mephisto. Now, it's pretty much well known that One More Day isn't really a popular storyline, but there is a chance that they could adapt and take a few things from that story and pretty much make it their own, where somebody in the film gets hurt thanks to Peter, and in the end he tries to reverse it, not only getting what he wants but also getting his secret identity back. This could be possible, however, I don't think that's the direction that they want to go, and I don't think that's the direction many people want as well, which obviously leads to the obvious case, which is Spider-Verse. Now, if you watched my past videos, I did talk about how I don't think Spider-Man 3 will or should be a Spider-Verse film, as that film has pretty much already a lot going on and it should be about Peter basically clearing his name. But it seems like since Jamie Foxx is returning as Electro, though he did say that he wasn't going to be blue again, and Alfred Molina returning as Doc Ock, along with Feige's recent comments about the film, I think now it's pretty obvious that this is something they're probably going to do in the third film, or possibly a post-credit scene leading towards the fact that we might get a Spider-Verse film. I think the chances of MCU Spider-Man 3 being a grounded movie is kind of out of the window, however, never say never, as nothing is pretty much confirmed yet. We still don't know anything about the film so far, but it's safe to say that they will be doing a Spider-Verse film, even though the villains they will be bringing back from the Raimi and Tasm franchises are dead. I'm not really sure how they're going to implement that into MCU Spider-Man 3 unless it's colliding not only multiverses but also timelines as well, but in this case that would be even more confusing. And there were also reports that Marvel and Sony are trying to sign or possibly have already signed Tobey and Andrew during the filming of Spider-Man 3. So if it was actually going to be a Spider-Verse film, I think they would have done that a long time ago. So either those reports are false, since there are rumors and haven't been confirmed yet, or again, they will show up in the post-credit scene. So right now, I think we just have to wait and see. It's kind of funny because before the investor meeting, I pretty much got a video ready talking about how I don't think, even though Alfred Molina was going to come back as Doc Ock, it still wasn't going to be a Spider-Verse film. But now, it is more likely than ever that it's going to be. Now, even though I didn't really want the film to be a Spider-Verse film, I would have preferred it a Spider-Verse film to release later down the line and be its own separate film. I'm still hyped and still gonna go into it, hoping that it will be great. And it's also worth mentioning that Tobey Maguire being spotted in Los Angeles doing a costume fitting for his Spider-Man costume, even though now I do think that he is actually going in for his Spider-Man costume, there's a chance that he could be going in for something else, like for example, preparing for a film in 2021 called Babylon, which is actually playing a well-known American film producer called Irvin Thalberg, so he's possibly in LA just for that role. But at the end of the day, we just have to wait and see. However, what about you guys? How do you think Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will connect to MCU Spider-Man 3? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you enjoyed this video, please like. I want more, subscribe. To begin, Protocol 36.